when y'all pop in here, this is Wendell Live. Welcome to the Lottery of Life. We're going to be talking about Wendell's channel a little tonight. So let me see. All righty, Wendell. I got our names up here and everything.
Perfect. It's like we know what we're doing. It's great.
Yep. Well, if you just want to go ahead and tell people about your channel a little bit.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
And hey, Keely, great to see you. Let me know, Mike. Give me the hey. You need to move on from this topic. Move on to something else. So, because you know how it can be. Sometimes you get talking and it never stops. So
yeah, no, I'm the same way. So,
I'll real quickly give you some background. So, I've been in bands for a long time, and I retired from my real job, maybe 3 or 4 years ago now. And I just sort of fell into the YouTube thing. And I said, hey, maybe this ought to be fun. Because one, I wanted to learn how to use YouTube. And two, I said, hey, this could be an outlet where it could be a hobby and I could just, do some music videos. And I really started off, Mike, with, I don't want to be the boring guy standing in front of the microphone singing. Okay, whether it's the guy standing in front of the microphone singing or the guy playing the guitar, I wanted to try to entertain a little bit because, in reality, finding somebody who can sing is not that hard. You've got to be entertaining, and so I decided, all right, I'm not going to just stand there and sing. I'm going to try to put a video together, which was even more fun for me because then I got to figure out how to do this. So,
right.
So, let me just share a real quick story about my very first video. So the very first video I did was Chicago's Do You Really Know What Time It Is? Yeah. And as everybody else, I had to find a place to put a studio. The studio's in my workshop, okay? And so if you go back and watch my very first video, the workshop is in the background. And so my one daughter, she watches it and she calls me up. She says, Dad, your video was cute, but you got to lose the workshop, man. And so the green screen was born. So, but I've enjoyed it. I've not done this to try to make money. I do it because I'm having fun with it. And it can, if you're watching and being analytical, you can take a look at my channel and see that because I do a song based on what do I want to do that week. I said, what do I want to do this week? I'm going to do this song. And then I'll come up with an idea of what the video will be, and then off it goes. So.
Cool. Hey, Madeline, how you doing?
Hey, that's somebody with my last name, so I know who that is.
You know who that is? Oh, that's your name. I never knew what your last name, Wendell, was.
Yeah. So yes, it's not live as you might think it is. So.
In New Orleans, yeah. In New Orleans, girl. That's like Keely back when she was Art is Fun. She was going everywhere, and everybody was calling her Art. So, like, hey, Art.
So, Mike, okay. I think I've been on about almost 2 years now, and I would say it was last February where I said, okay, I want to start putting something out regularly. And so I've been trying to do a regular music video every other Monday. So that's what I do. Every other Monday, I'll put out a full video. And then I think, as you know, in January this year, I just started on Wednesdays a live show. So I do an hour show. I try to get about 5 songs in. And in between, depending on what the topic is, I'll provide some, trivial information, because I just did the Beatles, had some information about the Beatles. We talked about yacht rock one week. This Wednesday at 8:00, I'm going to be doing Chesney's Songs of Summer. So I have his songs and talk about Kenny Chesney a little bit. So
cool. I don't know anything about Kenny Chesney. I know a couple songs, but I don't know much about him.
Yeah, so I'll save all the cool information, but he has an interesting story. Very interesting story. So I'll save it till Wednesday. But that's the other thing this has done for me. It's helped me to learn a lot because I often have to figure out this stuff and research it. So
yeah, cool. So all of this, so basically, I mean, you said so you're uploading, you're doing all this. It's basically just to have fun.
Yeah, and I'm the producer, I'm the videographer, I'm the author, I'm the editor. I do everything. I do have a couple videos where some people have helped me with. My daughter was, and her boyfriend was in one once for me. That helped because they gave a different, somebody else was in the video. And then I had a friend of mine help me with the Secret Agent Man. And that was fun doing Secret Agent Man. So,
yeah.
And I got about 550 subscribers right now. I don't measure myself by subscribers. As I said, I'm just trying to have a good time and trying to have fun and go from there. So,
yeah, cool. I mean, but if you do grow, I mean, you do basically. I mean, you're a performer, right? I mean, do you want to get a little larger audience or?
Yeah, well, you always want to, Mike, you're exactly right. I have been performing in one way or another since I was probably about 13 or 14 years old. And it's just, if you're a performer, you just enjoy getting in front of the people and making them happy and hearing that reaction. And so you're exactly right. Do I want to grow? Yes, I'd love to grow because that means people enjoy what I'm doing. I love the comments. People come on and they leave comments, and that helps you say, all right, you're going in the right direction. I'm not for everybody. I'm not a professional. There's other folks out there that are the random guy standing in the microphone that have a much better sound than I do and can play an instrument and so on. But as I said, it's just a hobby and I'm having fun with it and I'm learning. And, Mike, that's the most important thing. I'm learning how to do videos. I'm learning how to edit. I'm learning how to do the uploading with YouTube. And one of the best things that's come out of this is meeting the YouTube community. There are so many good people out there that I never met and would not have met had it not been for YouTube. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, just like now, us sitting here and talking. I mean, we met on YouTube, and
yes,
and the whole group of people like we know, is we're over Jim's One or Boot Studios, or I mean, there's like dozens of like live streams, and you meet different people, and it's now with this home isolation, we're stuck at home, but like this, we just pop on and we can talk a little. I think, if this was all going on, 10 years ago, like we were talking about, we'd be a little more, it'd be a little more depressing, or, we get bored a whole lot easier. So, this is pretty cool.
Well, me and my wife talk about that probably weekly. She lives in San Diego. She's working in San Diego right now and is sort of stuck there because she can't leave. But we were talking the other day. Imagine what this would have been 10 years ago where we did not have this technology. So it really has helped out. So, yeah,
pretty much. I mean, even YouTube. I mean, if you're watching TV, you basically watch what's on, except for, on demand. Yeah, but, you can sit down on YouTube and basically search for whatever, you fancy at, whatever time. That's pretty cool.
And I will say, I do have connections with the music community, if that's the right word. There are a lot of musicians right now who are out of work because their job was gigging, every week someplace. And they're not making the money they used to make, but there are a number of them who are streaming on YouTube right now. Some are streaming on Facebook and trying to, keep in front of their fans and try to earn some money that way by selling merchandise and the virtual tip box, etc. So it's really been helpful.
Yeah, I mean, that, like I said, just, all of this, but we're just connecting, but to be able to do something like that, that we weren't able to before, you got to be thankful for that. But I've seen a lot of them, even comedians, all kind of entertainers, and that just doing like little virtual things that they couldn't do before. And now, like you say, you put up a tip jar or sell some merch and that. So, your fans can help support you, even though, we're all kind of stuck at home right now.
On a selfish basis, I sort of hope that when this is all over, that a lot of them continue to live stream, because some of them I can't get to go see. So if they can play a live stream, at least I can watch them play live. So,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So
I think lots of things are going to change, with them, because especially like school, with the kids all, doing their virtual Zoom meetings and everything. I was talking about that for a couple of years, and everybody said you can't do that. And all of a sudden, this happens and everybody's doing it. But I've seen a lot of little clips and memes and TikToks or whatever with the kids doing, funny things, besides just learning, that they're kind of enjoying it. They do play a little prank on their teacher or whatever, with the little Zoom meeting. And I know they're getting up and they're still kind of a regiment, but basically you can get up, be in your pajamas if you want, or you don't have to take a shower and get up and get on the Zoom meeting, your classroom and take a shower noon or whatever if you want. It's going to be when the kids, this is all said and done, they have to go back to school. You're like, hey, get up, get in the shower, get in the car. Then be like, oh, I just want to Zoom.
Exactly. Again, sort of on topic, but a little off topic. Towards the end of my career, I decided I wanted to go get a master's degree. It's just something I wanted to do. Something I just wanted to get a master's degree. Well, I went to my full master class in 3 and a half years from Villanova, all online. It was just I could give a plug for Villanova. Every class was online. It was just as rigorous as if you were, taking the class in the classroom. And when I was done with the program, they invited me to campus and walk with my class. It was really pretty cool. All online. So,
wow, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, a few. What's the right word? I also wanted to mention, as we're talking about connecting with folks. I mentioned this the other night when I was on, but I'll just repeat it again. And that is, I think one of the more fun videos I have been able to do is the parody I just completed with Paul Acreman from the United Kingdom. I was browsing one night on the internet, just checking out different people doing things. Usually I'm browsing for musicians and found Paul standing in his kitchen playing his guitar, doing this song, this parody. Mm-hmm. And I sent him a note, said, Paul, this is a cool song. Thanks for posting it. I think I'm going to steal the lyrics. And he goes, please do. He says, there's more where that came from. And I said, and eventually I said, Paul, I can't find the backing track. He goes, don't worry, I'll send you the music. So he played the guitar for me. He sent it to me, and I finished up the video. So that was a lot of fun to do that. So
cool.
Yeah.
I've
got about a little over 70 videos now, and let's see, what am I got, I put it down there, about 15,000 views. So I'm a long way away from even getting close to 1,000 subscribers. And what is it, 10,000 hours of views you need?
Well, right now it's only 4,000.
4,000. Okay, that's right, 4,000 hours. So,
yeah.
So, but I'm going to keep cranking them out. I do want to mention, because you were on my show last week, because the Wednesdays with Wendell live that I do is every other Wednesday. That's the full show I do, where I try to perform 4 or 5 songs. Mm-hmm. That takes a lot of work to put together, so I can't do that every week, because as I said, there's a lot of work I put into that. But people were saying, hey, aren't you on Wednesday? So I started thinking, okay, I need to do something on the off Wednesday. And I tried something last week, which was pretty much a video call in. And I enjoyed it from the fact that I got to learn how to use StreamYard and how to interact with folks. And you helped me figure out how do I get the sound going, because I couldn't get the sound going right. But I'm going to announce tomorrow on my show that I'm going to change the format a little bit, and it's going to be more of a watch party and eventually also include some industry interview guests. So I'll try to get some people from the music industry to come in and talk about their story and so on. So I think it's going to be a combination of a video watch party of some of my videos and then some other people who are on YouTube who post music videos also. So that's where I'm going to head on that.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I just probably needed to have a music theme to it. So
yeah. Well, you still got the karaoke, like I said.
That's it. So don't ask me twice, as they say. So
yeah, you can have your guests come on and play music, and you can karaoke with them.
well, now there's an idea. Never thought about this. That's again, as you know, the advice from the experts is just go do it, and eventually things sort of roll. And that's why I said, let me just get this show out, and I'll figure it out as I go. I'll figure things out. So.
Yeah, you just do it a while, just keep doing, and you know what sticks, you know, and then what you're enjoying too. Because if you plan on doing this, you know, if you're doing it for fun, you just got to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and let's see. Okay, they're asking about your daughter's channel there.
Oh yeah, so not to get off too much on topic, but to give a plug to Madeline. She's a fashion designer, was working at Tommy Hilfiger and The Gap, and left New York just as this virus thing was about to get started. She left in January to move to LA to find a job, and she had some things lined up, but as you expect, everything's on hold right now. So she's starting a little side business of calls herself Maddie Men's, and any type of mending or tailoring somebody might need, she's available. So
cool. We'll check it out. We'll pass that around.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'll come back in later and pop that back in the description with you. I've got all your social media down below.
Yeah. And I think you noticed this. I recently, maybe a week or two ago, I didn't change my channel name, but I modified it to add music videos on there. So people knew, okay, this is a guy that has music videos. So I didn't want to make it too long, but I needed something more to have a little more description to it. So.
Yeah, no, that's cool because you had your name was Wendell Live.
Yeah.
And basically most of your videos, were they just uploaded? I mean, I've seen like your recent ones, you know, where you edit them and upload them. So what was the Wendell Live part if you weren't like live streaming?
Well, that was just a name I picked when I started. And it stuck. And so I kept it. So.
Okay, well, it's catchy.
Yeah, so
that's just something I always thought about because whenever your videos came out, they were always just uploads.
Yeah, so
and recently you started, you know, doing your live streams and all that, but you know, so I was just wondering about it.
Yeah, there was a little disconnect there, but I said, whatever, I'll move on.
Okay, I thought you had kind of like planned that's what you were going to do. Got started, made your videos, got your content.
As a matter of fact, Mike, when I first got started, I didn't know anything about live streaming.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't either.
So
I did. Yeah, I started on Facebook. I didn't even know about YouTube except for, you know, searching for something to, you know, fix my car or fix something. And I didn't watch too much on YouTube. And, you know, I had to like dig in and really learn, you know, just 3 years ago, I had to like learn everything. Facebook, Instagram, you know, I didn't have none of them installed on my phone or anything.
I bet you're the same way. I would say 90% of the stuff I learned about YouTube was from YouTube, meaning there was somebody on YouTube who had a video on how to do whatever it is I wanted to do. And then the other 10% came from people like you who've been on it for a while and said, hey, you need to think about this, or you might want to do this, or don't forget, click this button here and that'll make it work. So
yeah, that was just from experience from us getting started with it and playing, and everybody's like, I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that one little button, I think that they should make that little check mark a little bigger, or a little, you know, when you click on that big window, it's this little tiny thing in the bottom that says share audio.
I never saw it, and I probably never would have seen it had you not pointed it out to me, because you're exactly right. It is almost the size, you know, of a tiny little pin.
Yeah, it's kind of the stuff they put like on when you have the web page and all that, just, you know, a little tiny checkbox somewhere. Cool. Well, yeah, Wendell, you've got this one, YouTube, you've got your YouTube channel. I saw your Instagram, you post a little bit on there.
Yep.
Twitter, I see you on Twitter all the time. So you're across platforms. You on Facebook?
I haven't started a Wendell Live Facebook page, and I probably need to do that. So I just have a Facebook page that's underneath my regular name. So I probably need to. I'm at a point now where I should probably just start a Wendell Live Facebook page.
Yeah, if you did that, and you know, if you started cruising around Facebook too, you know, that's, you know, sooner or later, you get bleed through to YouTube, and it's just like what else were we working on? TikTok.
Yes.
I know you started that and then kind of stopped.
Yeah, I just wasn't the right person for TikTok, and I had some other things I wanted to focus on, and so it just wasn't working for me, and I didn't want to spend the time to figure it out because there were some other things on YouTube I needed to figure out. So my brother came on, Arden, and so now you have the example. Now you have the example, Mike, that I have 3 brothers. We all have crazy names. Okay, so I don't know what I was doing. So. I mean, you'll find no Dans or Dons in our family. So,
Wendell, Arden. So, what's your other brother's names?
I have a brother named Lyndon, and then my oldest brother. Before my mother really got into changing the names up, his name Keith. So he's got the almost common name.
Okay, Keith. So yeah, Wendell, Arden, Keith.
There we go. So let me just say hi to Patty too. So hi, Patty. Patty was one of the first people that encouraged me to get on YouTube and do things, and she gave me a lot of advice early on. And I just want to thank Patty while we're on stream here that all the advice she gave me and all the support she's given me. I want to thank her for that.
Are your brothers musical too?
My 2 older brothers do sing. My oldest brother also plays harmonica, which is Keith. The second oldest, Arden, he's getting back into singing, and I keep trying to encourage him to pick up the guitar again. He used to play guitar for a while. So that's we've always been the singers.
Cool deal. And he said you're the craziest one.
Well, this is true.
Yep. And Patty's there. I mean, we were going to talk about what do you call it? You said you were doing TikTok and you didn't have time, or you weren't getting any ROI out of it. But Patty, is one that's like killing us. Patty just passed 100,000.
Yeah, she's really done well on it. And she worked it. I for myself, I did put a lot of time into it, so I really wasn't trying. And as I said, there were so many other things I was trying to learn. I just said, no, let me come back to this some other time. So.
Said he's forgotten more than I ever knew.
I forgot my youngest brother. That's right, Lyndon. He plays guitar. So
yeah.
So and my dad
they are a little bit.
Play the Hawaiian guitar. Okay, that's sort of like the steel guitar, but it's a guitar.
Yeah. Played
with a slide. So
yeah, it's cool. My family, my mom came from Hawaii.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, pretty cool. I know you said you're in it for fun, but like I said, you're a performer, and basically a performer. If you're performing for 1,000 people, or if you're performing for a room full of people, you still feel basically the same.
Yeah, and you got to get out there. I think I mentioned this somewhere a couple times now. So as soon as the weather breaks here, I'm going to try to do a little driveway concert for everybody that's in the neighborhood that's stuck in their house. So I checked with the local police department and then to see, is this something that I could do, or is this breaking the laws of social distancing? I said, no, as long as people, stay in their yard or sit in their driveway, you're okay. But as long as there's no gathering. So I might do something like that just to get out and give the people a reason to get out of their house a little bit. So.
Yeah. Who do you have anyone there with you, Wendell, or you're going to do all this on your own?
Yeah, I'm here by myself. So Madeline, as you know, she's in LA. My wife's in San Diego, and I have another daughter, Maddie's twin sister, as a matter of fact, and she's in Northern Maryland. She works. She's a thoroughbred breeder. She breeds thoroughbreds. So,
oh, nice.
Up there on a farm. So.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say if you had someone else to do it with you, because you're gonna be set up and busy, but it'd be kind of neat if somebody could be filming it. That could be like part of your vlog, or just go live while you're doing it. I'm gonna
try to figure out how to get my camera out there. So I'm gonna do some type of live streaming at the same time. So I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
it might not be the most professional, as I keep saying, but it'll be fun, and that's what counts.
Right. Yeah, don't get mired down in all that getting too professional.
Yeah, just do, as they say, just do it.
Wendell, in high school, were you in drama, band, or the choir?
So I was not. I was never in band. In junior high, I was in band for about 6 weeks. But I've been in choir since about 7 or 8 years old. I was not only in the drama club, I was the president of the drama club my senior year. Did a lot of theater in high school, did a lot of theater in college, always done a lot of amateur theater. I will say that when my daughters were born in 1990, I kept doing it for a little bit longer. And then about 95, I pretty much stopped because if you've ever been in a play of any type, it takes a lot of time. I mean, it just sucks. It's just a time suck, to even for community theater. But yeah, so been in it a long time, and YouTube, Patty, has given me an opportunity to get back at it, and I've really enjoyed that. I mean, so I mentioned earlier I have been in bands, but this gives me a different outlet, and I enjoy that. So yeah, cool. I saw on social media and loved the idea. Cool. She's talking about your neighborhood, playing for the neighborhood and that. Yeah. So we're going to, as I said, as soon as the weather breaks, I don't want to do it when it's 50 degrees outside right now. Yeah. They'll have the coach just kind of run out, catch it, get back in. Everybody sit around with your hot chocolate, coffee. Exactly. So yeah, really easy. Well, I got a couple of things I want to respond here to. So okay. Pia says, of course you're the drama president. I like that one. And New Orleans girl asks, am I going to do any more Disney songs? And the answer is sure. If you've got a suggestion, I probably can't do any Ariel songs, or I can't do any Belle songs because that's a different range. But yeah, if you got a suggestion, because the song "You've Got a Friend in Me" was recommended to me by another Disney fan, Madeline. So, listen, you can do the Beast or Gaston. The Gaston song, yes, I could do that one. So, or if you did the Beast, you could get somebody else, another artist. I can point you to a lot of people out there, and you guys could do collabs if you could put them together. That's true. That's probably even a better idea. Find somebody that can do the female part. Yeah. So. Yeah, and edit it together. Seeing just you doing it, if you don't want to worry about it being perfect, that you're learning, like you said, to do that, a collab, and then you're learning how to edit it, different things. I asked myself the question, which one of the videos do I like the best? And I went back and looked at them, and every video, I still remember putting it together, and there's not one video that I've done that I have a bad memory about. They were all good memories. Although today, I will say today, I'm working on my next video, which I'm releasing on Monday. And, one of the last things you do before you turn on the camera, how do you look? Is your hair okay? You got something in your teeth? Is everything okay? Right. So I'm all set. I got my garb on. I'm ready to go. The missus calls. All right. So I stop and I talk to her for 20 minutes. And then it's time for me she says goodbye. It's time for me to get back and do my video. So I do my video. I spend 30 minutes recording. I said, okay, let's take a look at this. Mike, I still had the AirPods in my ears. So I had to go back and do it again. Again, you don't get mad. You just get frustrated. I'll just do it again. So. Yeah. But, like I said, as long as you and you remember, going through and doing the process and, so, there's one video I did on my hydroponics was I got tired of just doing tutorials, and I said, I want to do a little storytelling, and a tomato fell off the plane. I picked it up and said, I'm going to tell a story about that. And I did a whole 12-minute video or something on that with my buddy, and he died, and I buried him in the garden, had a little cross in the garden. But I enjoyed doing that, and I had fun. It got only a couple thousand views, where I got tens of thousands of views on other videos. Yep. But that one was fun, and I enjoyed doing that. I remember doing all of that, whereas my other tutorials, they all just kind of blend together because it's just, get your stuff out and walk people through step 1, step 2, step 3. Nothing real memorable or anything, but then something like that kind of sticks with you, and you have fun. So that's why I like this one. I'd be a little
creative on here. You notice I pop up like videos once in a while that are, then I just edit it. It's not like just live shows. It's just because I get to where I need to get a little creativity out, and doing strictly tutorials gets a little boring sometimes.
Yeah. Well, let me just mention one more time before we close out here, because we're getting close to the top of the hour, but not that close. Yeah. But so I do have my show tomorrow night, my full show tomorrow night. It's at 8:00 Eastern time. We're going to be doing Chesney songs this summer. Should be fun. I'm already laughing. I'm having fun. I've already put everything. I put a lot of stuff together already. Got some ideas going, so it'll be fun.
Cool. Let's name a couple of the songs.
So let's see if I can remember the songs. Let's see. No Shirt, No Shoes, No Problem. Mm-hmm. Beer in Mexico. Right. Summertime. When the Sun Goes Down.
Okay.
And Living Fast Forward. Those are the songs I'll be doing. So.
Okay. Cool. Sounds like fun.
Yeah. And the summer's right around the corner. I know I'm pushing it, but I'm tired of this weather, with this crazy house arrest that we're all on right now. And the fact that, at least up here, Mike, I don't live in Florida, but up here, you can't go outside unless you want to sit outside, as you said, with your hot chocolate and your jacket. So I'm pushing summertime. Let's go.
Yeah, that's cool. Pia, we're about to wrap it up. She's asking how long we're going to be on. I wish I could go there this fall. I think they're talking about the pumpkin patch. Something. Oh yeah,
my brother Arden, he works in the fall time at a place called the Pumpkin Patch. I think he drives the tractor, as a matter of fact. Really? That's scary, but that's obviously there hasn't been anybody falling off the tractor trailer yet. So
yeah, that's a good thing. All great songs, New Orleans Girls. And let's see. We have summer pool every day. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, she just came down to Florida too.
Well, let me tell you, Mike, my plan is I want to get to Florida sometime, meaning I want to move there. Don't know when that'll be. My biggest barrier right now is getting rid of all the crap that I've got here, Yeah,
I can imagine.
It's the scariest thing is that, okay, when you move, you got 30, I've been in this house 30 years. I got 30 years of stuff in this house,
Yeah, you got to go through. You're gonna have to spend a while like purging and flipping. Good thing nowadays, if it's in decent condition, you can always flip it. It's on Facebook Marketplace and sell it. Before we just load up the stuff and take it to Goodwill. I just think of the truckloads of stuff I took up to Goodwill. I'm like, man, I could put it all on Facebook right now.
I've sold a lot of stuff on Facebook. It's amazing. Things that I thought I could never sell. Somebody wanted it. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, if you don't judge before, you never know that. Like they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And we put stuff out there. I picked up stuff off the side of the road and listed it, and people buy it. So I had we remodeled our kitchen maybe 5 years ago, maybe longer now, but let's just say 5 years ago. And I had posted everything in the kitchen separately: refrigerator, dishwasher, stove, cabinets, countertops. They were all separate. And some guy came in and bought the whole thing. He says, "I want everything."
Oh, cool.
I never thought. He says, I'm adding an addition to my house, and I'm going to have a separate kitchen.
Wow.
Never, like I said, you never know what somebody might need. So
made it easy too, right?
Yeah, it sure did.
We've been moving 4 years ago and still way too much. Yeah.
So can I tell you one more story?
Yep. Go ahead.
So since we're talking about selling stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had this high-end speaker that I needed to sell, and I knew there'd be only a few people who'd want this because it's not the type of speaker everybody would want. Okay. And so I get a phone call or text message. Somebody's interested in this. Okay, great. A little while later, he says, "I'm still interested in the speaker. Could you meet me halfway?" Meaning distance-wise, because he lived in Virginia and I was in Maryland. I said, "Sure."
Right.
Then I get a text saying, I'll be there today to get your speaker." Okay, great. So I'm at the mall where we were supposed to meet, waiting for this guy. And I get a phone call, and a guy says, "I'm at your house. Where are you?" And I said, "You're supposed to be in Virginia." And he goes, "I don't know what you're talking about." There had been two people I was dealing with.
Oh.
One was the guy from Virginia, and one was some other guy that I didn't even know. I thought it was all one person because I never thought two people would want this item. So I felt really bad because I said, "I'm sorry, I can't, I screwed up." But I did sell it, but I had two people that I was selling it to, and I thought it was only one person.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets a little confusing sometimes.
Yeah, so
let's see, Arden said, great talking to everyone. Well, you got anything else, Wendell, wrap everything up? Or?
Yeah, I better wrap up. I just got a note from the missus saying, "Can you call me now?" So
oh, good timing.
Yeah, it's a good timing. Yeah. But
Right, cool.
Thank you so much for inviting me to come on. It's always good to talk with you. You got yourself a great channel here. And again, thank you for giving me an opportunity to share some of my experiences that I've been doing with YouTube. So.
Yeah, cool. Love it, Wendell. Keep up the hard work, and everybody loves what you're doing. So, have fun, and you ever need, have any questions, just holler at me.